Alright, so this is a brief video about my bike. In my picture, you probably saw the bike without many accessories on it. Of course, I had the bags and the milk crate on the back here. Of course, the milk crate is useful for carrying random stuff. It's got a lot of space and area right in here. And the bags are good for carrying stuff too. And the nice thing about them is they've got the little stripes on the back. They're reflective. I had to buy these yellow stripes here though to put on so people could see me when I'm riding down the road. So in the last picture I didn't have a lot of stuff on here, but here's some of the extra stuff that I put on here recently. And the first thing you'll notice is this bell. And the reason that the bell is on there is because a lot of times at night when I'm riding down the sidewalk on Colfax, because I ain't riding on Colfax. When I'm riding on the sidewalk, there's people there, and of course they can't hear me coming up behind them, so this little bell here kind of does the trick. And then the other thing I have are fenders. Put fenders on there, and the reason I put fenders on there is because a lot of times when it snows outside, or you know, there's a lot of, or when it rains, and there's a lot of pebbles on the ground, the pebbles get flung up, and they'll either get flung into my basket all over the back of the stuff here, or they'll get flung all over me, and I'd rather they not get flung on me. And I used to have a problem with getting a lot of pebbles in my shoes. I'd have pebbles in my shoes at work, and it really drive me nuts. So the next thing I put on here are mirrors. And of course that's to keep me from getting hit by a car, or at least to let me know a car's coming up behind me so I don't pull out in front of one. The other thing that I have on my bike, which I don't use very often, is that lock right there. The cool thing about the lock is that at nighttime it's lit up. Got a little button for it. Here it is. At nighttime this thing lights up. See? Awesome. I think that's so cool. And of course I got the lights. Standard headlight there. And it blinks, which is the one I use at night so people freaking see me. Because a lot of people won't pay attention. And I got my backlight back here, which is actually taped on with packaging tape. It's pretty tight on there. I mean, it slides up and down, but otherwise it's really tight. Of course, that way so people can see me. And I put it up here on top, so it's more of an eye level with drivers and it's not way down here. Okay. Yeah, and I'm going to eventually put like I said, an electric conversion kit on here, which made this new kickstand necessary. This is a double kickstand. And I used to have just a regular old kickstand, and of course even with all this stuff here with the regular kickstand, my bike always wanted to fall over. So I got this, it's a double kickstand, and it holds it on both sides. And it's got bigger feet down here on the bottom. The cool thing that I put on here, a little while back, are these little guys right here. They light up and they go around so that it can be seen easily from the side, which is also the purpose of these things right here. So, yeah, there's my bike, and eventually the electric conversion kit will go on it, which is this little doohickey right here. I'll have to take all the stuff off the back to put it on. But that back wheel's got a motor on it. The thing down there in the bottom left is that's the battery. The thing over there on the right is what holds the batteries, and that's a charger, and the wheel that's got the motor on it. I had to put a flywheel, or a freewheel on this one, which I've already bought. It's waiting ready. Alright, so my bike doesn't usually sit like that when it's in my room, but this is the general area where I keep it when I get it home. So I'm gonna fix it. I'll put my uniform back on it and you'll see how that goes. Sits there with the wheel turned so that it doesn't get in the way of the door, and the way that it sets, it actually kind of leans up against the wall, and then of course the back basket helps that. And there's my uniform. That's where it sits. Each night when I take it, each morning when I take it off till I put it back on at night. All right, so this is how it looks whenever I get all my stuff ready to go for work. boots got their little place right there, my lunchbox, my backpack right there. Because right now I'm riding a bus instead of riding a bike. And uniform and stuff up there, and that's how everything looks when it's ready to go for work.